Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to today's Lunch with Flimsy Q&A. A little behind because, oh, boy have I been busy and boy have I been sick. Started off last week with being sick with a stomach bug, and then now better, but Mrs. Flimsy's getting sick, and so she's taking a COVID test right now. And we rearranged our entire home, so our apartment, so I'm recording in the new room now. It's not finished yet. I'm waiting for an Ethernet cable from Germany because apparently finding a good premium long Ethernet cable here in Norway is almost next to impossible. So Amazon Germany it is, and Amazon Germany cheaper than buying here in Norway it is. So so I have a Wi-Fi extender, so I'm guessing if the things go to plan, that's how I'm uploading the videos. If not, it'll go up Tuesday, so hopefully it'll go up this Monday evening. So, cracking right on to the questions here. Let's see. Trapper, what is your favorite food, if this hasn't already been asked before, even though it can change? Favorite food? Oh, that's tough. I really like steak. Actually, I really enjoy a good reindeer steak. Meat is probably my favorite food. So, yeah, I don't know. Just pick out a favorite is a bit difficult. I mean, when back in the U.S., Chick-fil-A is fantastic. I love, going to the hibachi grills. I love going to different restaurants and ordering catfish. I love the reindeer steak that I do a seasoning and rub on here in Norway. So, yeah, it's hard to pick out the specific thing, but I guess along the lines, I'm very much carnivore oriented. Second question, when do you think you will stream on Twitch again? Probably this coming December, so almost December now, but probably about 2 weeks from now. So as much as I was wanting to continue to stream, maybe at least, a couple times a month, something like that, this fall has been really busy for Mrs. Flimsy and I, because once it started up, I was back into the full swing of work from summer vacation. And then Mrs. Flimsy, her art business launched, and so that has consumed a lot of time. And then we both had a Norwegian social studies course, samfunnskunnskap course in Norwegian, that we had to take. That was just under 90 days. So that was eating up a lot of my free time. Those two things immensely so. But then things slowed down a little bit into about mid-October. And then I've been getting ready for a Norwegian test, an norskproven, next Monday. Yeah, so a week from now, if this video does go up on Monday. So I have to take an A2 level test. So there's all these things that have just been really eating away at my additional time that I would like to. I was actually planning to do a Twitch stream, spontaneous one, like a week or two ago, and then that just completely fell on its face. So I'll have some throughout this mid-December for sure. End of December, beginning of January probably. So it'll be sporadic, to say the least, because summer is the most time I have time on my hands. A funny question from Curly Son. If you're swimming around the desert and your cow gets a flat, at what elevation is lunchtime? Yes, you heard that right. He reads, had a friend who went to nuclear propulsion school in the Navy. He had a 50-question test. That was a lot of stress. They had dropped one question, so there was a blank space. He saw fit to pose a nonsensical question similar to this one. To top it off, he of course had to supply a completely gibberish answer. He got called into the CEO's office, where he was grilled and read the riot act by the board of instructors. Another thing that saved him was that his answers were flawless on the real questions. The CEO told him to never do anything like that again in school and get the F out of his office. Before he got far enough down the hall, he could hear the whole room busting out laughing. Quite funny. That is pretty funny. But if I was to give your question an answer, I'd say whatever consists of the high ground, because Star Wars. February asks, WoW's related question, what were your thoughts when the Almirante Graal got released? Initially, I didn't really have much thoughts regarding the ship, because my understanding it was a copy pasta. Oh my gosh, Wargaming doing another copy pasta. It's not like they've done that like 100 times already. Of the D7 Provincian, the Dutch, that was a dockyard cruiser from, I guess that was last year. And I really like that ship. So I had to refresh myself on the Almirante Graal, because that's, yeah, Pan-American cruiser. And I think I saw it not featured on Jingles not so long ago. I think StatsBloke was playing it, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, if you, I think I mean, it's okay ship. If I have my biggest beef about it is the combat capability or the consumable of the immediate main battery reload. So for those of you who aren't familiar with this ship, it's a light cruiser. It's got 852mm guns and plays very similar to the D7 Provincian, the Dutch light cruiser. Just a few things that are different with it. But the main thing that's different with it is that combat capability, which is equipped with the immediate main battery reload combat instruction, which provides a reduction to the main battery reload time. It can be activated after staying undetected for 50 seconds. It can only be used after staying undetected. Interval 5 seconds. Progress per interval 10%. Effects: main battery reload time reduced by a negative 66%. Action time 30 seconds. So, I mean, this is the thing I've never liked about wargaming. I guess when it comes to World Warships, I mean, there's a lot of things I could point out, but what I don't like is, you know, when they make changes in the game or changes to ships, as an example, they will cite naval historical accuracy. Okay, like I think when they nerfed the AA on the Palio Emilio, they cited to more fall in line with the ship's historical accurate anti-aircraft capability. Okay, and they'll talk about this on stream too, right? On their WoW's Twitch streams, and then they turn around and people will say, hey, a submarine traveling this fast on the surface or this fast under the water, or the fact that you don't let subs detonate or you don't let aircraft carriers detonate. You know, they'll point out, you know, realistic examples of these ships detonating and so on and so forth. And then Wargaming's like, it's a video game. Well, it's what are you rabbling on about? It's a video game, you know? So they use the argument on both sides, which is really annoying. And my point, I guess, with that is, you know, so now they've added, I mean, I think as far as I know, this is the only ship that has this combat capability, but it's just magic pixie dust. It's this magic BS that they can use at will. Like, hey, if you stay undetected for 50 seconds, you get to activate this main battery reload that reduces your reload time by 66% for 30 seconds. You know, it's like going into battle with your AA, right? So if you're like Des Moines, you have a 5.8 kilometer AA, but when the aircraft enters your AA range at 5.8, it doesn't start shooting. It starts shooting once maybe 5.5, 5.4 or something like that. So it's like the guns aren't loaded. Or I guess the dev blog they just released with the Michelangelo, you know, splash damage from its SAP shells. I think it's the SAP secondary shells. They reduce the splash damage that enemy submarines take by, I think, negative 40% damage. So it's just like, they make the game whatever they want it to be. I mean, interesting to play around. You know, it does encourage you to stay dark, you know, to get more of that, I guess, EPM reload time when you pick your engagements wisely. But I mean, that was the only thing that I felt that like kind of irked me about the ship, is just Wargaming's magic pixie dust that they use whenever they want to. Forgotten Void asks, do you play board games or tabletop games? Yes, I do. And if so, which ones are your favorites? I like strategy-oriented games when it comes to board games, tabletop games. So actually one Mrs. Flimsy and I play a good amount here is this one. It's called Sequence. I don't know, how would I even explain Sequence? It's like, it's a board that folds out, and then you have 2 cards of every suite on it except jacks, and you have to get 2 rows of 5, so you'll be dealt, I think it's like 7 cards. It depends on how many players are playing. Maybe it's 5 or 7 cards each, and then your goal is to make a line of 5, and the other player can interrupt your progress. You know, put one in between your 5, or a double-eyed jack, or yeah, regular jack is wild card, and a one-eyed jack is you get to take it away. So if, let's say, I have 4 chips laid out across these cards that are imprinted on the deck, essentially, then if Mrs. Flimsy has a one-eyed jack, she can take one of those away, preventing me from getting the 5. And whoever gets 2 lines of 5 first wins, and you can't use a one-eyed jack to remove a line of 5 after it's already been set. So I played that one. Splendor is another one. I don't know. I don't know really how to explain that one really well off the top of my head. But you can look up Splendor. Let's see. Catan. I really like playing Catan a lot. So Mrs. Flimsy and I will play it from here to there. Played Ticket to Ride. I used to play chess when I was younger, but I don't play chess much anymore. So, Chinese checkers, that's a favorite. I really like that one a lot as well. Yeah, so I guess, yeah, Catan, Chinese checkers, Sequence, Splendor. Yeah, of course, play Uno. Oh, but I guess, I mean, tabletop games. Also, I grew up in a family where we played a lot of poker. So, we play with like quarters, nickels, dimes. You don't play with pennies. So I played a lot of that growing up. So I like playing 7-card stud, 5-card stud, 5-card draw, Texas Hold'em. So every time I go back with my family in the U.S., we always play poker. We usually play Uno as well. It's quite fun. Quite a fun family game, I guess. So, but yeah, those would be my favorites there. So actually, I think that brings the questions to a close. So we didn't have too many this time, but regardless, I like doing these from time to time, especially because I just wanted to say thanks for the little delayed, but the 1,600 subscribers, because I try to do these Q&As around when we hit those little milestones. So I'm very appreciative. I like engaging with y'all. It's one of my favorite aspects of having the YouTube channel, beyond just featuring some gameplay and stuff. So I'm not sure what gameplay I'm going to be featuring in the background, but I think I had an idea before I sat down, but I've forgotten since. So yeah, about 13 minutes, so not too long. So I think I'll probably cap it on the head here, because I don't know if it'll take a while for the video to upload with the Wi-Fi connection versus the Ethernet connection until that cable arrives here tomorrow. So there should be a video tomorrow if everything goes according to plan. It wouldn't be till the afternoon till I could record it, because I have to work morning, early afternoon, then I go back and I work in the evening. So yeah, so hopefully there's a video tomorrow. But yeah, so if you liked today's video, give a thumbs up. If you didn't, give a thumbs down. Subscribe if you do want to see more. If you're subscribed, thanks so much, I appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.